Video on probability is a solution video for text and test 4, page 193, question 22. In this question we have 5 girls and 6 boys, and in part 1 we want to choose a team of 4. Now part A here has no restrictions, so I want to calculate how many different ways I can choose 4 people from this larger group. So pause the video here, give this a shot yourself and then see what you get. Okay, so if there's no restrictions, I don't really care how many girls or boys in particular end up on the team. So I'm only concerned with the fact that I've got 11 people to choose from. And from those 11 people, I need to choose 4. So I'm going to use 11 choose 4. I'm going to write it in this notation. You can also see it as 11C4. And when we use the calculator to evaluate that, it comes out as 330. So there are 330 ways of picking a team of 4 from 11 people. In part B, there's a restriction that we have to have more boys than girls. So I'm going to start off by visualizing this. And I couldn't have 1 boy and I couldn't have 2 boys, but I could have 3 boys with 1 girl in that case, or I could have 4 boys. And I could have the first option or the second option, which means that whatever results I get for the 2 of these options, I'll have to add them together. So taking the option first of all where there are 3 boys and 1 girl, we need to figure out how many ways we can choose 3 boys from the 6 boys that are available. And I need to consider that 1 girl as well. So and of course means that I'm going to be multiplying. So how many ways can I choose the girl? Well, I'm choosing 1 girl from the group of 5. So to figure out how many possible teams there are with 3 boys and 1 girl, I'll do this calculation now. Pause the video yourself and do it too, and then check and see if you're correct. And this comes out as 100. And then how many different ways can we choose 4 boys? Is just going to be 6 choose 4. I don't need to consider the girls in this one because the girls aren't getting a look in. And 6 choose 4, again, calculate it yourself and then check to see if you're correct. And for that we get 15. So as we said previously, either of these options can occur, so we're going to have to add them. And so there are 115 possible teams given that restriction of having more boys than girls. Part 2 of the question then looks at probability properly, and it asks us to find the probability that there's only 1 boy on the team. So again, let's just visualize what that looks like first of all. So this time I've got 3 girls and 1 boy. So I need to first of all figure out how many different ways that can happen. And there were 5 girls and I need to pick 3 of them. So that's 5 choose 3. And then of course there are 6 boys and I just want the 1. So that's 6 choose 1. And of course I need to have 3 girls and 1 boy. So and means I'm going to multiply. And this gives me 60. So there are 60 possible teams with just 1 boy on the team. But that's not the end of my question because I want to find the probability that I pick one of these teams from all the different teams that I could possibly pick. So of course this means putting my favourable outcomes over my total possible outcomes. So the favourable outcomes here are the teams where there's just 1 boy on the team, so that's my 60. And on the bottom I want all the possible teams that I could pick. And we actually had that worked out from before back in question 1 part A, where they ask us for no restrictions. So there are actually 330 teams that I could pick in total. And then all that's left is just to simplify my fraction. And I can write the answer as 2/11.